All right, guys. So if you're dealing with a puppy with flat chest, it can be life-threatening. Literally, you can lose puppies because of flat chest. You can also get puppies that look like they have mucus, that they have a hard time breathing, and it's something so simple as a flat chest. You can do everything in the world, but if you don't address the flat chest on the puppies ultimately may die on you. So stay tuned for this episode of Breeders Hacks. I'm going to show you quickly how you can treat flat chest at home. All right, guys?
I got you right now. What's going on, Bully fam?
So when dealing with flat chest puppies, yet again, you want to deal with this right away, because if you don't, it could be between life and death for the puppy. They'll get symptoms like pneumonia and all kinds of stuff. And if you don't treat it, the puppy will ultimately die, right? You want your flat chest kit, depending on your breed. If you have large breed, then you're probably going to want to go with the plus size kit, right? So I'll put the link down below. I'll put it in the description. It's the flat chest kit that we sell on BreedersHacks.com, right? These harnesses, right? And we already did this, but you're going to want to go with a harness that's approximately allows you to get at least like one finger in, because you don't want something too tight that doesn't allow the puppy to breathe, so on and so forth. So you want to use something that's going to give the puppy enough space, at the same time be sturdy enough that it won't fall off or slide off, right? So, and I'll just show you guys an example real quick. Like with this particular harness, what you're going to need to do is make sure you can open it first. We'll slide the puppy in. So as you can see, like I have enough space in here. This puppy has enough. Look, I can spin this around, all kinds of stuff, right? So the only thing is when we put the pad, it's going to get tighter in here. So you may want to go a size bigger, but this is just to show you guys, like I said, you want to have where you can, I can stick a finger in here. You see, I can stick a finger through here and the puppy's fine. So you don't want it to be too tight. The first thing that you're going to do is, obviously, after you found out what size you need for your puppy, and they have multiple sizes, you're going to want to use like a pad, right? I like using like a woman's pad because of the fact that it's soft and cushiony. We're not putting the puppy's flat chest on this. No, what you want to do is get like a woman's pad, right? You see a woman's pad, and basically you want to put it in here, measure it out so you see how much space we have. So I'm probably going to cut this portion right off, right? So then it just is enough just to fit in this little ring, half of a ring that we have, right? I'm going to go ahead and do that now real quick. So you have our scissors. And now this should fit a whole lot better. So now, because there's a lot of excess hanging off, I'm going to actually trim it the vertical way as well. So once that's done, now we actually have a pad to make our flat chest kit soft, right? So what we're going to go ahead and do is we'll take the sticker that's on the pad, and that's why I like using them, is because they have a sticker on them. So now we'll go ahead and put this in here like this, and voila. Now we have a cushion that the puppy's chest will be sitting on rather than that hard plastic, and it'll be soft and safe for the puppy. The last thing that we do before this goes on to the dog, well, it goes on to the puppy, is we take an excess of like these self-adhesive bandage. I don't know what this is called, actually, the proper name, but you want to give yourself plenty of slack, right? And now what you'll do is, I think the best way to describe it is like, you'll make it into like a vest. This is going to become like a vest, and you're going to see what I mean, right? So you have your two top edges here, right? And then you have these two holes that are closer to each other at the bottom. So what you're going to go ahead and do is make the letter V with it. So you're going to start from one corner, come down like this. Then you're going to go ahead and loop it underneath like this. And now loop this up. Make sure to give yourself plenty of slack. And as you can see, like I said, we literally made like the letter V out of it. And now you'll loop it through the top. Again, I'll grab one that doesn't have so you can see. You have these 4 points of contact. Top here, comes down, comes to the one next to it, then comes up to the top right or your left, right? That's how this whole thing works. Back to the one that we have, it goes right here to the top, and we can finish this. And now if you look, it makes the letter V, right? So now this will be tied on top of the puppy, and then the rest, keeps the puppy in place, and then the bottom keeps the puppy's chest nice and soft. So let's get this on the puppy now. So now we're gonna get this on our puppy, right? And it's good to have like 2 people to do this. So the puppy's gonna slide through. She's opening up the flat chest kit, right? And now the puppy's in. One arm goes underneath these loops that we made, right? And I'll show you guys in like 2 seconds. So basically that the bandage wraps around each arm, as you guys can see, and I'm gonna hold the puppy up closer so you guys can see in a minute. It's like a harness, and that's the point. And then now you can go ahead and tie it at the top or whatever the case it may be, and then we just loop it around the puppy. And there you go. So basically now, if you can see, what's so good about this flat chest kit is not only is it securing itself on the puppy because of the harness that's here and here from the bandages that we used, right? As you can see right there. Not only is it keeping itself in place on the puppy, you have something soft now that's protecting the puppy's chest. So now one of 2 things will happen. Either the puppy will lay flat and it'll at least be on something soft. So now the puppy is less likely of the flat chest getting worse, or the puppy will do this and lay on its side, which, you know, isn't a bad thing either. It won't make the flat chest any worse. So that's how you put this on. But just to talk about some things when it comes to flat chest real quick, and there's different forms and so on and so forth. Like there's a concave chest where basically like the chest is actually kind of coming inwards. So a lot of vets aren't too familiar when it comes to flat chest and how it works. Usually they'll just put your puppy on like some antibiotics or something like that and hope that your puppy makes it. What can happen is because the fluids aren't properly circulating through your puppy, they can get an upper respiratory infection, and then it looks like they have some type of, you know, nasal infection or something where you see mucus and all kinds of stuff. But in actuality, it's because of the flat chest. So if you treat the flat chest, then all of a sudden you start to see the symptoms go away. The puppy will be able to start breathing a lot better, so on and so forth. So I just wanted to show you this, guys, real quick, because I had a puppy. My first time I ever came across flat chest, I didn't know what to do, and I unfortunately lost the puppy. But after that one time and starting to speak with other breeders and learning what it was, I've never had that problem ever since again, because I'm quickly able to identify, you know, I'm able to feel, you feel the bottom of the puppy, you feel if the puppy has a flat chest, and then at that point you can put a flat chest kit on. On top of that, you could make sure that you put your puppies on a nice soft surface to begin with. And then at that point, you're usually pretty good. In some severe cases, there's not much you can do, but this is one of the best things I've seen in the market that's helpful. So yeah, I hope this information is helpful. I hope it's useful, and I hope it helps save plenty of puppies' lives, because I've seen people, like, what they'll do is they'll try to tape the puppy's rear legs, thinking that it'll get the puppy up off the ground and it'll stop the flat chest, but that's something completely unrelated. You see how the puppy's doing right now, laying on its side or laying on its chest, but on something soft, so then the flat chest doesn't get worse and the fluids are able to travel and properly, and so on and so forth. So I just want to show you guys real quick. I guarantee, try this out. If you're dealing with a puppy with flat chest, it'll save the puppy's life. I guarantee it. So all right, guys, I'll see you guys on the next episode of Breeders Hack.